Was it worth the cost?
Must-haves that
Think of it like that. Before, I am a photographer, but the brand new
Okay, so a couple of big things have changed since I made those last videos. I have moved. I now live on a one-road street in Prince George, up in the heart, and it backs onto the wilderness. We're just going to let Thor run for a minute. Come on. Wait. Wait. Sit down. Wait. Go, 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 go. And I'm gonna get better at this vlogging thing. Thor, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna get you on a leash. So I'm gonna try and keep us a little bit more up to date than March or May. And I'm just gonna try and keep going as much as I can. Come on. Gonna need 2 hands. Alright, so I wanted to get the camera out tonight because we are going to be opening something that I ordered from one of my favorite creators online. I ordered the Peter Mckinnon Camera Tool, and I'm going to unbox it tonight. It's a 3B. So we got it, we got the multi-tool, and we're gonna go back to the office and test it out. All right, see you in a minute. All right. This isn't gonna work. Alrighty, here we are. This is a little bit better, I think, than the mess that it was before. I actually have a proper lighting setup now and I can talk a little bit easier. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to open up the Peter Mckinnon multi-tool that I ordered back a couple days ago. Now, I know I'm not the first person to do a video on this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to be cracking this open with my Leatherman signal in the Topo Special Edition. So we have the, well, that's fun. Mine was already opened for someone. Maybe quality control, I hope. So we get a sticker. Not sure where I'm going to put that, but someone has already opened this. And there's a cut in my box. That might be from me. So we have Peter McKinnon's signature in gold emblazoned on the box. Put that down. Let's have a look at this. All right, so we have the carrying case. We have the carrying case right here. And it has a good weight to it. That's a really cool sign. Has some decent heft to it. Now, the case is rather large. I'm gonna hold it right here. The case is rather large for the tool itself. Put this away. Always practice safety first with knives, guys. We also have a really nice detail here of the skull and crossbones on the key pull. All right, and there it is. So it has some really interesting features on this multi-tool. It's probably one of the most, or if not the most expensive multi-tool that is camera specific out on the market. My normal multi-tool that I carry, is my everyday carry, is this one here. This is the Signal from Leatherman in the Topo special edition colorway. And it's great, it does a great job, but here's a couple of really important things. This multi-tool itself has two different arms that come out. Someone said a really fun phrase, and I can't remember what they said, but let's have a listen to this. Ooh, what was that? Bit of packaging, I think. The really interesting fact about this for doing camera work with is that this actually goes central. So what I mean by that is, if you look at it here, it is centered on the lines. When you go to screw something on, it's going to be completely centered. That's really nice. If you look at the Leatherman, for example, when I go to use this one, it's a little bit harder to take out. Not difficult by any means. I do it all the time. But if we look at the difference, it is completely off-center compared to the Peter McKinnon multi-tool. And the other thing that I really like about this multi-tool is that it came with a set of bits, but they're not in here. It's a really nice bit of fluffy material. They came in the back here in this back pouch. So we have a back pouch which is designed, probably just branded. I don't think it's designed by the team that made these, but we have some different Allen key sizes, a couple flat heads, and a couple of Phillips head screwdriver bits on here. This is designed to help you get through any camera specific work that you need to do. Now, I use a lot of Smallrig equipment, such as the black Mamba cage for my R5, and that uses Allen keys across the entire range. Now, the cool thing about Smallrig is they're all kind of magnetized to the pieces of where you need to use them. So for the handle, you just pop the Allen key out and pop it back in, and you've got what you need to tighten it. But there isn't always that available to you for other uses. Now, when you have a Skeletal or a Signal from Leatherman, you can get a big variety of bits, but you can only carry two. So what I mean by that is that it's double-ended, and you can carry, this is a flathead and a screwdriver. I find this to be the most effective for film work and just for everyday use. Most things either use a Robertson or a Phillips here in Canada. Let's put that away. So for this one here, it's a limited range of bits. For some reason I thought there were going to be more, but that's fine. The cool part that I really like is that you can only carry one set with two different heads on it in the leather. But with this one here, there is actually a carrying section in the middle and a magnet on either side of this main head here. So what I mean by that is, let's get one of these normal sized Phillips bits. Let's listen to this. a nice magnetized bit, and that will just clip away out of sight when you're not using it. When you want to use it, click it out. That lock in place is really satisfying. Now, if you want, say, a flathead bit as well, so this would now make it the same as my Leatherman. You pop it in, and I mean, a couple of shakes, it did come out, but I didn't have it in properly. Now I do. All right, it comes out pretty easily as well. So now that makes it up to the same level as my Leatherman. Put it away, same as before. That's not going anywhere. Now, if I look on the other side, we have the exact same arm, locks into place in the center, same as before. But I now have the option for 2 more bits. So that effectively doubles the amount of bits that I can have on me for a shoot at any given time. If I need to use another Allen key, I have 2 different types of Allen key on here. Let's go for a small one. Pop that in there. I now have this tool fully loaded up for whatever I need it to do. So I have my flathead and my Phillips head screwdriver, and I now have my Allen key size in 2 different sizes. Now it gets even better. Some of the brackets that I use on a daily basis have flathead, like a long, normally quite wide flathead bit on them, and that is something that you have to use a special tool for. Most screwdrivers will not quite work, and for that we have a built-in tool, which is this flat panel. So we have this long flat, it's not even a screwdriver, it's like if you had a quarter on you or a penny. It's the same idea, but this is always going to be on you. I don't remember the last time I carried change. I hate carrying change. And on the other side we have a Phillips screwdriver head, just like that. So it's very thin, but it is still a Phillips head. It's got the top to it. So even though I have a Phillips head on this arm, it is a lot thinner. It's a different size completely on the other arm. So I have effectively 1, 2, ooh. Okay. Oh, I can't lift that up because it is locked in place. So I effectively have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different heads, all easily accessible on this multi-tool that I don't have the accessibility for that on my Leatherman. Now, my Leatherman has different functions, different functionality. For example, it has a fire starter, a knife sharpener, a whistle, a bottle opener, a saw blade, a knife. It's an everyday carry beast. If you're looking into getting a multi-tool, a Leatherman is a very, very good first crack at getting into the EDC world, because it's heavy, it feels good in the hand, and I've carried this every day now for over a year. I haven't lost it, obviously, I still have it, and I use it so much. I don't know, there isn't a week that goes by that I do not pull this out of my pocket and use it for some sort of thing, whether it's opening boxes, unscrewing something I bought on Facebook buy and sell to then transport, because I need that to work. Now, what happens if I don't have the correct bit? I have a multi-bit set. So this might end up going in this pouch that we got with this multi-tool, and I have every single piece of head type that I think you could even need. I even have these wide flat heads. I have bits for taking apart a watch face if I need to. Probably not going to be necessary, but carrying this and this is a little clunky sometimes, and someone made a really good point on another video that I watched about this multi-tool. If I go through the airport and I've left this in my camera bag, or I've left this in my pocket, it's going to get taken off me and thrown away. They don't ship it to you, they chuck it. That's my experience anyway. If I had the Peter Mckinnon multi-tool on me, there is no knife on this. I wouldn't lose the multi-tool itself. I could just get rid of the head that is causing them issues, unless it's one of the built-in ones, and then that's what it is. But theory is that because this doesn't have a knife, there is no reason for them to take it off you. I don't think I'm going to put that in to test that too hard. I will probably make sure this comes out of my bag. Now the final feature of this multi-tool that I haven't covered yet is the fact that there is a secret compartment that is mostly hidden, and I'm just going to demonstrate that for you now. On the multi-tool itself, there is a compartment that allows you to put a memory card in, an SD memory card, slide it in there, and as you can see, it's pretty hidden. Now this isn't even a full memory card, this is a, like I said, an SD card reader. There we go. Now I did see that if you put it in upside down, it can fall out. This one's not falling out, so that's good. So if you want to get this out, you can just, okay. So on either side there is a section for you to either push or pull, and then you can pull it out just like that. Another really cool feature I love is the pirate motif on all of his gear. We need a bit more pirate in this world, I think. Like I always say, don't take yourself too seriously. If you can't laugh, you'll cry. I'm a big fan of the Peter Mckinnon range. I have his pen. I have the notebook that I need to use, I think. So it's mostly empty right now. I have a lot of really good notes on here from when I went to Lake Louise. And I also have the Nomatic camera bag from Peter Mckinnon, and it is by far the best bag I've ever used. We'll do a full review of that at some point here, I'm sure, once this kind of gets going a little bit. So yeah, I'm a bit of a fanboy, and there's reasons behind that. We'll go into that another day. So I'm going to round this out. Thank you so much for coming along to have a look at this multi-tool. I hope it's been informative. Was it worth the cost? We'll find out. I haven't used it yet. I just got it. You just saw me unbox it. I'm on the fence right now. I think it was quite expensive for what it is. I think it could prove its value quite quickly. It's going straight in my camera bag and it's probably not going to leave. Yeah, if you enjoyed this type of content, give me a like, give me a follow. Please leave a comment below. It really helps my channel grow, and seeing as this is my first review video of something on my channel, I would really appreciate any sort of feedback you might have for me. Tell me if the sound's awful. I've been struggling with that, but hopefully it'll sound better now. All right, until next time, have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.